15 years. That's over 5,478 days. That is exactly how long it has been since I heard my son's voice. People tell you that a mother's love is the glue that holds a family together. You see it in movies, you read it in greeting cards. But I am sitting here in this empty house to tell you that is a lie. Love didn't tear our family apart. Pride did. My pride. If you are a parent sitting there thinking your children owe you respect, thinking that tough love is the only way to raise them, I need you to stop what you are doing and look at me. Really look at me. I am 75 years old. I have a paid-off house. I have money in the bank, and I have absolutely no one to share it with. Everything I thought mattered was a trap, and I walked right into it, dragging my son behind me. Don't let your silence become permanent like mine. Listen closely. If you met me 20 years ago, you probably would have admired me, or maybe you would have feared me. I was a perfectionist. I was the woman whose baseboards were always clean, whose roast beef was never dry, and whose son, Michael, was always the top of his class. I told myself a lie that many of you are telling yourselves right now. I told myself, I criticize him because I want him to be better. The world is cruel, and I am preparing him. I thought my job as a mother was to be his sculptor, to chip away at the parts of him that were soft or messy or average. I didn't want him to just be happy. I wanted him to be impressive. I remember the smell of this house back then. It always smelled like lemon polish and anxiety. I remember the sound of Michael coming home from school, the heavy thud of his backpack. And my first question wasn't, "How was your day?" or "Did you have fun?" It was, "Did you get that grade back on the math test?" I can still see his shoulders drop, just an inch, every single day. I was chipping away at him, but I didn't see a boy breaking. I just saw a sculpture getting refined. I thought I was a good mother because I pushed. I thought unconditional love was for weak parents who raise soft children. I was wrong. I wasn't preparing him for the world. I was making his home the one place he couldn't rest. It ended on a Tuesday, November 24th, 2009, Thanksgiving week. Michael had come home. He was 30 years old then. He had brought a woman with him, Sarah. She was a sweet girl, too loud for my taste. She laughed with her mouth open. She wore clothes that weren't ironed perfectly. But Michael looked at her like she was the sunrise. We were sitting at this very dining table. I can still feel the cold wood under my forearms. The air was thick. The smell of sage and roasted turkey was suffocating. Michael had big news. He'd been working at a law firm, a job I pushed him into, a job that he made him miserable but made me proud to tell my friends at the bridge club. He put down his fork. The clink of the silver against the china sounded like a gunshot in the quiet room. He stood up. His face wasn't angry. That's the part that haunts me. He wasn't mad. He looked tired. He said, "Mom, nothing I do will ever be enough for you, so I'm done trying." He took Sarah's hand. They walked to the front door. I sat there. I didn't chase him. I didn't say, "Wait." I didn't say, "I'm sorry." My pride glued me to that chair. I thought, he'll call. He needs me. He'll come crawling back when he runs out of money. I heard the front door open. Then, click. The latch shut. It wasn't a slam. It was a gentle click. That was the loudest sound I have ever heard in my life. I finished my dinner alone. I washed the plates. I polished the table, and I waited for the phone to ring. I have been waiting for 15 years. The first year I was angry. I told everyone he was ungrateful. I played the victim beautifully. The 5th year I was worried. By the 10th year, I was just broken. I found out 3 years ago through a cousin that I have a grandson. His name is Leo. He's 7 years old. I have never held him. I have never smelled his hair. I have never read him a bedtime story. I'm a stranger to my own bloodline because I couldn't keep my mouth shut about a job title. I walk through this house now, and it's a museum of my mistakes. The floors are clean. The baseboards are perfect. There is no dust. But there is no life. I would give everything I own. I would give this house, my savings, my pride, just to see a muddy footprint on the carpet. I would give anything to hear a glass break in the kitchen, just to know someone else is here. You see, I chose to be right, and I won. I was right about the law firm being stable. I was right about moving being a risk. I won the argument, but I lost the war. Being right is the coldest, loneliest place in the world. It doesn't provide warmth at night. It doesn't hold your hand when the doctor gives you bad news. I look at the phone every single day. Sometimes I pick it up just to check for a dial tone, just to make sure the line is dead. The line works fine. It's the relationship that is dead. And it's my fault. I didn't protect him. I didn't support him. I judged him. And now he's happy without me. That is the hardest pill to swallow. He's thriving, and I'm just a memory that he tries not to think about. So why am I telling you this? Because I know you're out there. I know there is a father watching this who hasn't spoken to his daughter because she married the wrong man. I know there is a mother watching this who is giving her son the silent treatment because he didn't come home for Christmas last year. Stop it. Stop it right now. You think you have time. You think, I'll teach them a lesson. They'll come around. What if they don't? What if the lesson you teach them is that they're better off without you? I am 75. My hands shake when I hold a teacup. My time is running out. If I could go back to that Thanksgiving, I wouldn't care about the law firm. I wouldn't care about the unironed shirt. I would grab his hand, I would look him in the eye, and I would say, I am so proud of the man you are becoming. But I can't go back. You can. If your phone is sitting next to you, pick it up. It feels heavy, I know. Your pride weighs 1,000 pounds. Put it down. Call them. Text them. Drive to their house. Say, I was wrong. Say, I miss you. Say, I love you more than I love being right. Do it today. Do it before the silence becomes comfortable. Do it before you end up like me, sitting in a perfect house with a perfect life and an empty heart.